everybody, and welcome to At the Table, episode 6, where we put everything on the table. Thank you.
I got there.
Thank you. We got there.
Yeah.
Good job on remembering.
Thank
okay,
you.
great.
I was just a little late, but
It's okay. Better late than never. So, beside me, I have two people who are not regulars, but that's okay. We have returning Elena Van Sickle.
Hello.
She's going to be filling in for Catherine. Catherine is, I almost said incapacitated, but she's like really not. She's in the audience today. She's in the audience. And then we have Macy Barner, who is filling in for her father, who is traveling from Florida back to the great old state of VA. So he is watching online. I hope he's watching now. If you are watching right now, Jerry Barner, hello.
hello.
Hi, Jerry. We miss you.
We love you.
We love you. Be safe. Oh, I'm trying to watch and make sure I'm getting comments. Anyways, okay, so let's start with our weekly check-ins. Do you want to start?
How my week went?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't even remember what happened.
I know, that's the hardest part.
That is the hardest part.
Remembering what happened during the week.
Oh, well, I had my last day of work, so that was exciting.
Yeah.
I worked at a dessert shop, and it was my last day, so I'm glad that's over. It was a
Yay.
good job, but just ready for school to start, so I've just been resting and preparing and getting projects done, and yeah,
Nice.
That's it. It's
Cool.
been good.
I'm trying to think what happened. Well, so this week I went back to work. So I wasn't doing my summer job. I was doing my regular job.
Your real job.
Yeah, I went back, and that was exhausting. I have not felt that much exhaustion in a long time. I work at a school, and I'm a counselor at a school, and so I had to do a bunch of trainings for all of the new teachers that were coming in from the county, and it was just me talking like nonstop and having like new groups of people coming into sessions. And after like Monday night, I came home and fell asleep at 7:30. Like I
could not do
oh
that.
my gosh, I was exhausted. Like I was like, I don't know how I used to do this every day. Like, what is this life? Like I was like, oh, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I was exhausted. Like I could not stay awake. Just so tired. But yeah, I did that. And then yesterday was so fun for me.
Oh yeah.
I had a appreciation dinner for all my young adult volunteers, and it was so fun. We catered Chipotle. It was just good food, good time with people.
The
So that was
Chipotle
fun.
was a nice surprise.
Yeah, I just like getting to say thank you to people. So I had fun doing that.
Good.
Everything
I
looked
had fun,
pretty.
It did. It was beautiful.
And I had fun receiving the food.
There you go.
Same here.
Yes.
So
Thank you, Janelle.
You're
Thank you,
welcome. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Elena, what was your week like?
Well, I don't really know, to be honest. I worked 3 days. That's what I usually do. I work 3 days and I'm off 4. But sometimes it lines up to where I have a lot of days off. So I had 5 days off in a row this week. I'm off
Wow.
tomorrow, and then I go back
Vacay.
Tuesday. So I've just kind of been enjoying life.
Wow, you could have like gone on a whole trip.
I know. I should have. I should have just left. But I was here.
Wow.
So I just relaxed. And then I went to the appreciation dinner last night. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think that was it.
It's okay. Everybody was so busy.
Aww.
Sam was supposed to be there, but he said it was his grandparents' 50th anniversary. We forgive that. It's
Yes.
fine.
guess
Happy
it's
anniversary
fine.
to his grandparents.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. It's okay. Whatever. So. Okay. Anybody else have anything going on? Jamie was on vacation. Jamie is the one that I mentioned at the end every single episode. He is our executive producer, is what I call him. He was on vacation, so he was living his best life. So that's Jamie's weekly check-in.
Did it for him.
I did it for him.
Yeah.
Okay, so today for our Do Younger Me segment, we are going to hear from Kim Powell, who volunteers in a bunch of different capacities for the church. But she is going to give us a little piece of, I guess, advice that she wishes she had taken for herself. So we're going to listen to her now.
Here we go. Hi, my name is Kim Powell, and the advice I would give my younger self is that this too shall pass. The storm will pass. If you pray and keep your faith in God, He will show you the way.
So she said, "This too shall pass." So I feel
Amen.
like that's such a like thing that people say like all the time, like "this too shall pass," like just in casual conversation, like when you're going through stuff. But like breaking it down, like I think like that's such a. I think we forget sometimes that like struggles and difficult times are literally just a time.
Yeah.
Like it's not for forever. Like it's going to pass. It's going to be fleeting. How do you guys feel like you deal with difficult times? Like, do you feel like, oh, this is the end of the world. This is the end of my life. Or do you feel like you can say like, okay, yeah, like I'm not going to stress about this. I'm not going to worry about it. Like I'm just going to either give it to Jesus or I'm just going to like, it's not even something that I need to stress about. And like, he's got me, whatever. Like, how do you guys feel like you handle situations like that?
Yeah. When I'm in a difficult time, the first thing that I'm not thinking like as soon as something hard happens, this too shall pass. Like that's not my initial reaction. I'm usually like in the place where I'm like, oh no, the world is ending. Like this is going to ruin my life forever. But I mean, I eventually get to the point where I can like think through it and like realize that, okay, it's not the end of the world. This probably won't even be an issue in like a few months. So I kind of I like to think about life in that way, like, oh, like in a year, this probably won't be an issue anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not like a dweller. Like I don't dwell on things a lot. I feel like I give myself like in my opinion, I give myself an appropriate amount of time to like worry, stress, whatever the case may be sad about something. And then I'm like, okay, time to move on. Like what can I do about the situation and like move on from it?
Right.
Or just like, I can't even worry about that. Like, it's not even a big deal. It's so insignificant for my life in the
Right.
grand scheme of things. And I just, like, move on with it. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that's kind of where I sit with things. But, like, sometimes, like, it does take me a long time to, like, get past. I can't even think of, like, what was, like, the last thing that I'm, like, I was, like, struggling to, like, get past and, like, just think, like, this is going to pass. Like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
I think finances for me is, like, one of those things where I'm, like, always stressed and, like, concerned about it. And then I'm, like, I sit and will worry and, like, let that fester, like, the worry part of it. But, like, I always have to sit back and be like, I've never had a moment where I wasn't able to provide for myself. So, like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But I definitely do, like, sit in that a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. I used to really like have that end of the world mentality. Often I had really bad anxiety and I would dwell on stuff, and then dwelling on one problem led me to like dwell on problems that didn't even exist yet.
Yeah.
And so not recently, a couple years ago, I really started praying about it more, and now when I have a problem, God has really helped me to just take a moment and pause and remember how he brought me through all my other problems.
Yeah.
And just say, listen, I know this is terrible right now and this sucks, but look at all the times like he brought me through it and he's going to bring me through this. And so at first, yes, I start that. It's the end of the world, but then I stop myself and I'm like, this is not good. I can't keep doing this. And just remind myself of how good God is and how he will get me through it and it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I think sometimes you have to almost have like those practical steps and stops.
Yeah.
Like, okay, when I'm in this moment, like what is the first thing that I need to do to kind of like get me out of that? And like whatever it is, like just remember that and then like create that as your like stopgap. Like, all right, you're starting to go down this path
Right.
of like worrying, stressing, being concerned, whatever the case may be. Like, let me put a stopgap in. What is my stopgap? Like, what is my
Right.
thing that I'm going to do consistently to like get me to stop and then start my process of whatever it is to get me out of that. Like,
Right. I literally have to say it out loud sometimes. I'm like, Elena, stop. And I'm like, oh, okay, we're good.
yeah. Yeah. I think that's important. I think it's fair. Like, you know, so, sometimes things are hard and you have to have those things to kind of like stop you and take you out of it and like move you forward, like in the moment. So, yeah. That's good, guys. That's good. I also have another weekly check-in. I just got an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm obsessed with it.
I don't think I
They're
could do
amazing.
an Apple Watch.
And yeah. You what?
I don't think I could do it.
Why?
Like, I already have my phone. Like, I'm already obsessed with my phone. Like, having my
Yeah.
phone on my wrist.
Well,
I don't know.
The thing is, so because I work in a school, like service sucks sometimes. And so, and a lot of times, like I'll get like emails or whatever, and I can't like access it from my phone.
Right.
And so if I get the notification, I'm like, okay, I know I need to go back and like do that or look at that. And a lot of times like I'm in the middle of doing something like for a class or like in a crisis situation. And so having it on my wrist like helps me a lot because I'm like, oh, okay, this is what they're saying in the moment or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
And
it helps me a lot at work too.
Yeah.
Like when I can't answer my phone. But I think it's made me bad at responding to text messages because I see them and then I think I like mentally I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to say. And then I don't send the message.
See, I don't even have it where it like, I have it in certain times, it'll show me my text. But a lot of the times, like, it's like blocked to where it won't come to my...
You need to show me how to do that.
Yeah. Because, like, I know myself and I'll do the same thing. Like, I'll see it and be like, oh, I responded to that and then never touch it, never respond to it.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. So I had to put, like, we not having notifications at this time because I won't respond.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Okay, so I'm trying to be good at checking chats because Jerry usually does that. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing, people of the world. All right, so let's get into our topic talk of the day. So today we're going to be talking about how do we deal with life changes and sometimes the struggle of dealing with life changes as it could be as a young adult or just changes in general. So Macy, you're about to go through a life change.
I am.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Macy, tell the people a little bit about your life and what's happening.
Well, I am going into my 3rd year at Mount Vernon Nazarene University as an art student. And this semester, my art classes will be like 3D design and printmaking. So going into college, I had never like done anything art related ever since like elementary school, but I didn't know what I wanted to major in. So I kind of looked at the course lists for every major and chose the one that looked the most fun to me.
Yeah.
That's literally what I did. Because I was like, I have no idea. And surprisingly, that has worked out really well for me because I've found like a real passion for art. So.
And you're really good
I was
at
just
it.
about to say that.
Yeah.
Really good at it. So
I have an art page at @MacyStar_art on Instagram.
Follow it.
yeah, shout yourself out. That's what we do here.
I have to mention it. I am open for commission work, so.
Catherine, I was like, Catherine bought a painting from...
Yeah.
Yeah, Catherine bought a painting from Macy, and it's so good. Yeah, and it's hanging in her apartment.
I just finished 2 paintings for a client, and that
Ooh,
was...
client!
Yeah, that was
Okay.
really exciting. Yeah. I feel all official now. Like, I'm not just a student, but I'm actually getting to work on, like,
Bougie.
actual projects. So that's been really cool this summer, like, getting more into that.
Yeah.
And next summer, I'm hoping to, like, look for an internship, like, whether that be here or in another state. Yeah. I'm a little scared, but that's something I'm not going to worry about yet.
There we
Yes.
go. That shall pass.
Implementing what I learned.
Yeah, the stopgap. So how do you feel about going into your 3rd year and like, how do you feel like this is going to be different? Like, do you have like a process for dealing with change in this way? Like, or do you feel like you're just kind of used to it since this is like your 3rd year?
Yeah. I mean, I hope there's not going to be that much change this semester because last semester was like the biggest amount of change that I've ever been through. So that was like a whole whirlwind of things. And it was like really hard and it exhausted me and it was hard to focus on like schoolwork. So I hope that this one will be more like relaxed and like settled. And I hope that like now I like understand things better about myself and about like who I want to surround myself with, because that was a really big issue for me. Like all of college that I've been in so far, that's been like an issue for me. But I think that I've like grown in through that, and I think that I've learned so much about myself, and yeah, I hope that there's not as much change, but who knows? Like,
Yeah.
I'm expecting anything.
Yeah, I feel like with college you have to. I also feel like what you said was really great about growing through change, and I think that's one of the best parts about change is like when something is changing, like you are growing, like you kind of have to. And I think when you look at it through that perspective, like it becomes like a benefit and not like this deficit or this negative moment. Do you guys feel like you're good at dealing with change or adapting to change, or do you feel like you struggle with adapting to change?
I think I'm pretty good at problem solving because like that kind of goes with like my passion with art. There's a lot of problem solving involved. So I think that I can like think through things well when I'm going through a change in my life.
Yeah. I feel like I do pretty well with change, depending on what the change is. But I enjoy change. Like, I don't like things to constantly be the same. So if, obviously I don't like bad surprise change, but when things are switched up, like, I kind of just roll with it, kind of like it.
I used to be really bad at change, I think, when I was younger, probably even through high school. Like, I used to not like change. I used to enjoy the comfortability of having things the same way. And I wish Jerry was here for this, because I remember one year we switched up how we were doing small groups, and it was just for the summer. And it was every single week you drew like the small group leader's name, and you went to that small group.
I didn't know about this.
Hated it.
Yeah, I did not like that.
Gosh. It
Sorry,
was like
Jerry.
the worst thing of my life. Like the
Now
anxiety.
he knows to not do that again.
Oh, no, he knows, because everybody complains. Like, it was almost like like, change it or we're going to get you fired type situation, because like everybody hated it so much.
Oh my gosh.
But it was awful. Like,
The concept, it was a good idea, I guess.
in theory, sure. Not for me. But the anxiety that I had going into every single small group was like ridiculous. Like, I hated that. But I just loved the comfortability of not having to deal with change and just knowing what I was walking into. And if I don't know what I'm walking into, like, I get a lot of anxiety about that.
Yeah.
And so I think I used to not like change because of that, because I knew that there was going to be anxieties from it. But I think now, especially with my job, like, not every single day is the same. And so I have to almost walk into every life moment with the notion that something is going to change. Something is going to be different than how it was before. Like, as a counselor, like, you're going to be meeting with people and talking with certain clients, and it's not the same conversation every single week. Like, you never know what they're going to say. Like, they're people. Yeah. So like, there's, there's no stability in that. And so I think I've gotten better at it, but I used to struggle a lot with change and just not wanting certain things to change, because my dad was military, and so we used to move a lot. And so I think because like that was so unstable, like, I just wanted everything else to be the same. Yeah. Like, I was like, no. We're here. We're not moving. So everything needs to just stay the same for a second. Like, I just need everything to be the same and nothing changed. Okay, great. Yeah. Perfect.
I think that I like change, but I don't like being the new person. Like, if I'm starting like a new job, I hate the feeling of not knowing anything. And like having to learn everything. Like, I've had a lot of different jobs, just because like all through high school I wanted to work at a different place every summer, which isn't a good thing. Don't do that. If you're in high school, don't get a different job every summer, because it looks bad on your resume. I'm saying that now because I didn't know that until like a couple months ago, and now I'm like beating myself up for it. But anyway, that's a whole different story.
Be consistent in something.
just had to put that in there. I hate being like the new person at a job and like having to learn everything. And then at a new job, like, you're learning through your mistakes. And I hate like making silly mistakes. So I think I like change, but if it's change that like I can control. I don't like things being out of my control.
Yeah, I like expected change.
Right.
Nothing unexpected.
Jerry is commenting, and he said, I crave change. See,
I do get kind of bored.
Sam, you crave change?
Yeah.
Well, Sam...
I like planned change.
Sam, if nobody knows Sam is like the biggest advocate and pusher for change and moving forward. Yeah. Like, he 100% is, so I get that. I don't know if I crave change. I think I always want to see growth in something, but I think it just depends. Like, there's a lot of things that are going to be happening like within worship ministry, like at our church. And like, I'm very excited about those changes. Like, very, very excited about that. And I think in that sense, like, I crave that change for the ministry. Yeah. But like, I think, so for me, I think it just depends. Like, I don't know. Like, there are some things I'm okay with it just being the same. Like, I don't care, So Oh, Jerry said we're about to introduce big changes in both student ministries and young adult. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Hint, hint.
That's
Sneak
true.
peek.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Winky
that's
face.
very true. All right, little teasers. Little teasers.
Yes.
Elena, what are some life changes that you're about to be experiencing
About to be?
soon? Uh-huh.
Am I supposed
she
to know about
pregnant?
something?
Oh. This is not a pregnancy
What
announcement.
changes
No.
are you expecting?
No.
Everyone lean in.
I know.
I mean,
What changes are you expecting?
Am I?
aren't you going back to school?
Don't remind me. Yes, next week or 2 weeks from now.
Oh my God.
I know. Chase and I are going back to get our BSN, our bachelor's in nursing. Yeah, so that's gonna be a big change. I think my mind blocked that out, so thank you for reintroducing that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
forgot.
So yes, August 29th. Be praying for me, please. I haven't been in school in 2 years now.
Exactly, and that's a big change.
It is a big change.
Gosh.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
We're just messing with you.
It's
Giselle.
fine.
Yes. So
Are you
yeah.
nervous about that, or how do you feel like you're going to navigate adding that to your already crazy
Yeah,
schedule?
I'm not nervous about school because it's really the BSN program. It's RN to BSN, so it's made for working nurses, so it's not going to be super rigorous or anything crazy like that, but I have to write papers and do discussion boards, and so I am nervous about my time management because I already have like a struggle managing my time right now anyway. And so I think I'm going to have to start saying no to some things and backing down. The program, if we do 2 classes per semester, is only 10 months. And so just for 10 months, I might have to start saying no to some things that I was doing before, which I'm really bad at saying no. So I'm really going to have to learn how to say no. But I am a little nervous about how it's going to affect my schedule and my free time, really.
Yeah. How are you gonna say no to things? What's
I'm
your
just gonna-
plan?
Well, honestly, I don't have a
Respectfully
plan.
decline.
My plan is just do it. But I think it's gonna be hard. I think I'm gonna have to learn to pre-plan to say no because sometimes I say yes without even thinking about what I'm saying yes to. Like somebody needs something and I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And then I'm like, why did I just say that? I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna have to really, I think, better schedule out my time so that before I say yes to something, I look and I'm gonna be able to say, no, sorry, can't do that right now. So I'm gonna try. We'll see. I might be crying a lot, so just don't mind me.
Okay. Anybody sees Elena crying in the corner, just leave her.
Just
be.
ignore
just
her.
let me have my moment.
let her
Leave her
be.
be. Let her have her moment. Okay, let's give some advice to some people who may be going through some changes and aren't very good at change.
Oh yeah.
What maybe has helped you guys, or what is something that you would say to somebody who resists change?
I would say be open-minded. Just if you are a follower of Christ, just trust in knowing that God has a plan and that no matter what happens, it's going to be good if it's from God. And so that's something I have to tell myself when something's about to change. I just have to trust, God hasn't failed me yet and he never will, even if it seems like it's rough or it's scary or I'm nervous.
Saying that today.
It's going to be okay. And he's got me all the way. He's held me up till this point and he's not going to drop me now, so.
He ain't gonna drop you, girl.
Good.
He ain't gonna drop
Come
you.
on, church.
Also, Jerry said, Elena speaks of the mix. That may need to change, giving you that freedom to say no.
Oh, okay, thanks, Jerry. I'll let you know.
So he gonna let you say no.
Yeah.
She gonna
Just
let
for
you know,
10
Jerry.
months. 10 months.
10 months. A season of saying no.
Right.
Just
a
a season. Just
Yeah.
a season.
Yeah.
Sam said, yeah,
Well-
that's about how long it takes for a baby to brew.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe. I'm just kidding.
Anyway,
I'm not pregnant. This is not how people would find out. I would tell you guys.
Listen,
You would know.
a live at the table announcement of Elena's pregnancy.
Actually, that would be fun. Maybe next time. We'll see.
Elena, you
The real thing. I'm not pregnant.
maybe next time.
Next topic.
Next week on At the Table.
I'm just turning my back.
I'm not pregnant.
What? Has to say it 5 times.
I am not pregnant.
Because she basically said, maybe. 5 times. Macy, what advice would you give to people who resist change or are not good at change, need some help with dealing with change?
I don't know. Cause like I need advice. Cause like I worry about, like Elena said, things that don't even exist. Like I just catch myself like getting like kind of spiraling. Like once I like think of something that is like bothering me or like a difficult time, then I don't know. I guess I'm the one that needs the advice. I don't really know what to say to someone else.
I think so. Just thinking about it now, if you're resisting change, there's going to be friction in that resisting. And so when you are resisting change, you create friction. Friction creates heat, fire, whatever it may be, right? That's going to be an awful situation for you. So sometimes you have to lean into it. And when you lean into it, you're going to grow. You're going to, like, there's so much success that can happen from that change. And so you're doing yourself a disservice when you're not leaning into that change. And, you know, change can be scary. Like, I don't think any of us would say that change isn't scary at some point. It definitely is. But in the end, you don't want to be a part of something that is creating friction. And if you are the one that's creating friction in your life, then, you know, that's hard.
Yeah.
Jerry, just what I just said. Jerry said, look at change as opportunities to grow. And he also said, imagine if you never changed as a child, you'd still be in diapers and not walking and not feeding yourself. Change equals growth.
That's
Absolutely.
True. That is very true.
Yeah. Don't create the friction in your life. There are so many things in this world that are going to create friction in your life, and you do not need to be one that adds friction.
Correct.
Period. Point blank. That's just that. All right. Anybody else have anything to say about change? Samuel does. Yeah. That's good. I'll repeat that for the people who can't hear it, which is everybody who's not in this room. When our lead pastor always says you have to look at change through 2 lenses. One, how does that change affect the kingdom? And what was the second one you said? Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So look at it through 2 lenses. How does it affect the kingdom? And then secondly, how does it affect the gospel message? And I think both of those are really powerful to look at it through, you know. There's, like we said, change is going to happen. It's going to happen. And so look at it through every perspective. Look at it through those 2 lenses. Yeah. And then also go with it. Don't be the friction.
Right.
That was a good little wrap up.
Yes.
Thanks,
don't be
Sam.
the friction.
Don't be the friction. Next time Sam gets a mic, that's the comment right there. Sam, you get a mic next time. All right, let's wrap up and go to our what is this segment called?
Unpopular opinion?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, unpopular opinion. Oh, you always do them.
Catherine.
She's been sick. She's been sick.
It's okay. All right, I'm trying to...
Are you joking?
Oh,
Get out.
let's talk about it. Sam said mint chocolate chip is a bad ice cream flavor. I am hands down in support of that.
What?
I don't like the chips.
Oh my gosh, mint and chocolate together?
It's so
Well, wait, no. I love mint and chocolate together.
Me too.
That is the whole... That's literally brushing your teeth and eating chocolate at the same time. That's
No.
what that is to
Okay.
me.
Well,
Listen, I don't
That's
need that
gross.
in my life. Keep them separate.
Okay, but I feel like all the ice creams except for mint chocolate chip are like super sweet and like indulgent and like you feel kind of bad when you're eating it. But then mint chocolate chip, it's like crispy and light.
that
and
is true.
Nice.
I just don't like the chocolate flakes that are in it. You know what I mean?
If my ice cream is ever described as
That's sad.
crispy, I don't want it.
Like there's like little ice pieces in it. It's nice.
I don't want it. I don't want it. No.
I stand. for mint chocolate chip today and always.
Good thing you're not a permanent member of this. I'm just kidding.
Ouchie!
No. Oh my gosh. Jamie.
I have mixed feelings. I'll eat it.
Jamie and Macy are beefing, so.
We are. It's true.
I just don't like it. I don't like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Like, I don't like
That hurts.
anything mint.
Ew.
Meh. It's
No.
okay.
I
I
don't
like it
like
on top
hazelnuts.
of waffles.
Gross. Absolutely disgusting.
I remember when I was in like elementary, middle school, everybody used to come with like Nutella sandwiches.
Oh, that's a no.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I just
Gross.
I like it on top of like Eggo waffle because it kind of melts. So it's like not as like thick and like
Yeah.
sticking to your mouth.
I tried to force myself to like it because it was cool. Can't do it.
Jerry's with the mint chocolate
It's
chip
alright.
as well. He told me to take my hate elsewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
the one with
what
the
am I
mic.
getting ridiculed for?
I'm the one with the mic. Where are you, Jerry? Where are you? No, I just can't do
He's
it.
in probably North Carolina right now. That's my guess.
Country roads, take me home.
Dang.
Did you have an unpopular opinion for us, Catherine? All right, we're going with our mint chocolate chip one then.
Cool.
So if you like mint chocolate chip, obviously there's two sides to it. If you hate it, we can be friends. If you like it, I don't know. We have to think about that.
Ouch. Again.
It's okay. We can be beefing now. It's fine.
I'm beefing with everyone now.
Exactly.
I don't
So
like
maybe
that.
you're the issue. Common denominator.
I'm about to go to bed angry, and it's going to be y'all's fault.
Listen, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, he's in South Carolina. Yeah.
Dang it.
Oh,
Well, thank you, Macy. Thank you, Elena,
of course.
for filling in and for being a part of At the Table episode 6.
My pleasure.
Anytime.
It's been so fun, guys. This one, I think, was a shorter episode. I don't know. I can't tell. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for being here. Macy, we wish you all the best of luck
Yes.
Thank you.
on your journey back
miss
to
you
college.
guys. I
Catherine's
miss being
clapping.
the studio audience
I know.
And
and the
Macy,
camera woman sometimes.
yeah, Macy is a faithful studio audience member of At the Table / assistant to Jamie and his camera work.
Well, I don't know if I am anymore. Like, did I get fired?
I don't
Because
know.
me and Jamie are beefing.
Maybe. Maybe. Did she get fired, Jamie? Is that why you guys are beefing?
Okay, but it's his fault that we're beefing.
Oh, that's true. She did. That's right. That's right.
There's more than one thing we're beefing about, I guess.
Yikes. Okay, well, let's cut this before it gets awkward.
cut
No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, thank you to everybody who's watching. We will see you guys in a couple of weeks for episode 7. Oh, yeah. So a couple of things coming up in our ministry. We have our fall kickoff coming up September 10th. And we have special guests who are going to be playing music. It is a new up-and-coming band.
Oh.
Word
DJ
on
Catherine?
the street is DJ Catherine. Word on the street is Samuel Felty is in this band.
Oh,
Sam, do you want to come plug your band? I thought it was
Unnamed.
I
That's
thought
like the number one thing to do when you make a band.
they had a band name and Spotify said no.
Dang.
So they're working on a new
Yikes.
name. So tentative band name
I
is
think you should go with
Cold-
Mouse Rat.
Cypress?
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 Yeah.
Cypress.
Cypress Slumber? Cypress Slum... Well, I think that's a no, because I can't even say it.
Cypress Slumber.
Cypress Slumber.
Is the tentative band name. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I like it.
Whatever. Jazzy. Okay.
How about Cypress Lumber? Like, since it's a tree?
I don't know about that one. Anyways, ball kickoff. We're gonna have s'mores. It's gonna be a cool outdoor time. We're gonna have the band whose name is to be determined playing at it.
TBD.
And And it's going to be a good time. So you'll get more information about that on our social media. If you are not following any of our social media, you should do that because that's where we put out all of our information and also where we post at the table. So September 10th is our fall kickoff, and then the 24th we are going to be having a service in this very room. And it's going to be a good time. We're having a ramen bar at that event. So be there or be square. Anyways,
jealous.
thank you for tuning in, guys. Once again, thank you to Jamie and Sam for being the best camera people and tech people in the whole entire world. We appreciate you guys and all that you do. We would not have this if it was not for them.
That's true.
So, I'm just checking. I'm checking the comments. Jerry's in this naming game for you guys as well. Anyways, thank you, everybody. We will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.